I started coming back to my source. That's 2019, 2021, 22, 2019. When I discovered I've not done what my father said I should do. Sharon Konsibere. All the people who can understand Yoruba, the type of Yoruba I've just used, Ijebu, he said, do something here. And for a long time, I've not been able to do it. I gave this land to a cousin. He used it for farming for about nearly 20 years. So 1999 or thereabout, 2019, I started listening to myself and I started hearing my father's voice saying, Sharon Konsibere, Sharon Konsibere. So I just came here. And made up my mind that Sharon Konsibere 2019, I started doing New York. First, I had no place to lodge. I started sleeping in all these small hotels. So making a home was preeminent in my mind. So I started group with that. That was 3.5 years ago now. And then nearly 2 years ago, when the roof was put and the doors were put, I decided I want to be the site engineer myself because some people have been helping me in the construction work. So I decided sleeping here. Where nothing was done, no ceiling, nothing, I started sleeping here. And I started feeling good. So we started doing the ceiling, started doing the flooring, and now I am a proper Ijebu boy, a para boy, nearly 2 years now. So I've been living here now for nearly 2 years.
How's it been? What has been
wonderful? Can't you feel how I feel? I mean, clean air. Everything is just fine. It's just good. And it's been nice. Your home folks. Some of them you knew when you were a small boy, and I'm now a member of my hometown age group, holding meetings. Holding meetings and being a total spokesman, and it's very interesting. I'm telling you.
And how has that also helped your arts?
Yes. For instance, I used to live in Ife before I took off from Ife for Lagos. It would be like, oh God, oh, before you get to Ibadan, oh, before you come out of Ibadan, oh, now to Lagos. But from here, just get on the expressway and zoom in 30, 45 minutes at most. You are beyond Baga. And that makes me easily accessible to programs in Lagos and also even in Abeokuta, Ibadan, Yebode, just there, Shagamu, yeah. So it's like a central location, and I'm enjoying it.
So what do you do now, sir?
I'm doing everything I used to do. You don't retire in my profession. You do it until God's given days and time. You don't retire. I still have my band. I still be performing here when we start theater. That's the most important thing I want to make sure it lives. Live theater. This is my local community theater center. We have a stage there too. I'm ready to continue performing because if I don't perform, what else will I be doing? Oh yes, when I don't perform, I do some artworks. I do some artworks. I do some farming now. And it's very nice. My grandchildren came and saw some, and they too said they have planted their own corn, and their corn is getting ready for them to eat very soon. So, and what's more, this is a place where your creativity can be re-enlivened. You can be boosted because you don't have any distraction. If I choose not to come out of this house in 2, 3 days, kitchen is there, and everything I want to do. With, I'm releasing an album. We have about one satire, one, two spirituals, and everything that I've just recorded. I wrote them in this premises. So there's a lot of things I still can do around here.
So what's the plan for your celebration, your birthday celebration?
Oh, hmm, prayers, prayers, races, communion, and Thanksgiving concert. There will be a lot of people here. That's the first hope, but it would have started by the first. Different groups in Lagos, Flora, Freedom Park, all of them, they're setting up different kinds of programs for me in Lagos. The Lagos Jazz Group, they give me an evening of jazz at Bogobiri. Friday on the 8th, I think Friday of the week of the 4th. There's going to be a concert at Freedom Park. 2nd of July, Mass Choir at the Okpebi Methodist Cathedral Church. Choirs from different churches, celebrating with me. And God, I can't even I can't even do more than thank God that I'm still alive. It's a grateful moment for me. From my mind, from the depth of me, from the total, you know, possible situation of gratefulness. God.
Do you feel fulfilled?
Wow, more than fulfilled. More than fulfilled. Because uh, when you are talking about fulfillment in life, mention Jimi Solanke. That's where I'm afraid of God and what it has given me to do, and the opportunities and the talents that He has given me to have. And when I look back as an actor, I have earned a lot of kudos for having done good jobs both here and abroad. My name is still on different kinds of marbles all over. Only about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks, the boy Najite in Los Angeles stood in front of a big audience and said, "I'm standing in front of you because I studied what I'm going to be doing here under one great man, Jimi Solanke." And he did fantastic. He sent the program to me. He did fantastic. And I am very happy I was part of his life. Just 2 weeks ago, grand performance, they call it. He was there. I mean, when you see, it could happen to lecturers in different kinds of fields. It could happen to scientists in different kinds of fields. It's happening to me. That's part of what you have come to this world to do. That is fulfillment in front of about 1,000 or 2,000 people. Somebody standing because of who they all went there to see, saying because of Jimi Solanke, I am in front of you. It is not when you steal Nigeria's money and keep it in different homes where they are all becoming ordinary paper because you have wasted that. That's not fulfillment. That's not the portion of fulfillment for any reasonable human being. If you have money, let it go. A lot of people, we don't have to shout. Look at my organ. What do you think? We don't have to shout. He's not living this life because of money. I am not going to live this life because of money. I have somebody who mentored me, somebody who I want to be like. Look, in this whole area, there's nobody with this land, large mass land. Nínú gbogbo àwọn tó ń pọ́ lọ́wọ́ sí kò sẹ́ni tó ní tó kọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ jápẹ́rẹ́ tó kàn ṣe tó ń lọ ọgbà ẹ̀jọ́ ṣàkàǹtẹ̀. What else do you want to earn and not be fulfilled with? Can you understand what I'm saying? I have children. They are fine. One already came back. Daddy came this man up to me and well, move iPhone, the current brand of phones anywhere in the world. I have it in this small place I am. Only 2 weeks ago, bring all my phones. One top brand of Samsung. Somebody sent that one from London. If you are a millionaire that you stole money and you are sharing it stupidly, don't look at this program. But if you are a billionaire that you are doing good with your money, hard-earned money or not just fraudulent money, then let's go. As I sit, a lot of things do come in here. Like I'm telling you, only yesterday they brought this. They are still bringing more. If you have stolen money, you will be the one to be buying all these things to show off to people. No, they are bringing them to me free of charge. What like I have money. I have money that I'm spending, that I'm enjoying. I don't want to go to an event center where you see that my birthday cost me about 800 million, So the other was about 10 million, plus all the, rubber dogs, cost me about 15 million. I'm not that kind of people to be fulfilled. I am one of the most fulfilled people in this world. What else? What are we talking about? I'm 80, I'm still talking. I can still walk. I can still, I mean, what else? What kind of fulfillment do you need that you have not gotten from God? I'm so fulfilled. That's why I went all the way to the Diamond Hotel about my fulfillment.
So how did you build Jimi Solanke into big brother?
Hard work, hard work, devotion, dedication, total mindset, spent on being, with hard times taken as if it's a fun time, with a lot of stringent measures, accepted as if it's part of life and living. Worked for it, worked for it. Because as an actor, becoming one of the best in it. As an actor, I take my script, study to the. That's why I don't want to be on stage now with people who will just be, people who are taking theater as if it's for the dress they are putting on, or because of the hair they are putting on, or because of the shaggy hair the rasta. No, when you are the kind of actor that I am. Oh, may God keep all the people who have known me as an actor alive enough to see me celebrating 80 years. Because then acting was not just a child's play. If you were to die in a character, I have died many times. And the audience will believe that I died. That's the kind of acting I have, interest in. Because, some people who can't even raise a finger, they are calling themselves actors. I'm bold enough to say it. People who cannot raise a finger, because when they say raise a finger in characters, raise a finger. No, that's no acting. Raise a finger. As an actor, you have to let the audience know that you want to raise a finger, and let them believe in which of the fingers you want to raise. That's when you take them. See, let them now accept that. Oh, oh yes. I mean, that's with total. And I've been at it since I was a child. I never knew I was even going to be an actor. I started acting in school, elementary school.
What age?
12, 13, Ologbo Methodist School. I was winning more laurels and prizes in parents and teachers performance days than in arithmetic and history. So, and even when I was in the secondary school, that's when I knew that I had a talent. I've been writing songs since I was in the secondary school, to the point that some of my songs were even recorded when I was still in the secondary school. Wọ́n pe yẹn lónílé gogoro, wọ́n á wé yẹn bí ìdí ògòrò. Chicago recorded it. I penned it. I wrote it. I composed it. Baby, now today you come, cutting up the leather. Roy Chicago recorded it. ọ̀rẹ́ òtítọ́ kò sí mọ́ láyé o, ọ̀rẹ́ titan. I wrote it. And even while I was in secondary school, my name was already being announced on radio, written by Jimi, Solanke. And thank God I kept to it. My parents didn't want me to follow up on performing artistry. So, I mean, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ onígbogbo àwọn ọmọ ta ni wọ́n, ọmọ gọ́tà, ọmọ títì, àwọn tí wọ́n mí nǹkan kan nìyẹn, àwọn yẹn, àwọn tí wọ́n get yẹn. And I disagreed with my father. Maybe because I knew that at the end of the day, and that's the reason why I'm still living. And imagine where he gave me. That's where I am now using to cut a class for myself in Nigeria. Because by the time I'm through with this place, they will come from all over the world to come and see it. That's why I call it Ibudoasha. There'll be music, there'll be drama. You know, we will be hosting people from all over the world who are interested in weekend theater. From Friday evening, you begin to watch different kinds of plays, different kinds of dramatic experiences. Even here, we will be hosting final year students from all over universities that we are going to be collaborating with in practical essences of drama. The nitty gritty of what they call is a course, is a subject, stage acting. A lot of things are built into here. We have some of my friends who are already waiting there. When they're bringing workshops here for covers, for the making, for so that at least I've been away from this town so long, so I will be home with this town for a longer time still.
Let me take you back, sir, to the very beginning. Where were you born, sir? Where did you grow up?
I was born in Lagos. Ologbowo Methodist School. So I grew up in Ologbowo, the Prince of Ologbowo. That's why I was able to go to the elementary school in Ologbowo Methodist School. And grew up in Lagos, Marina, Sale, Gogon, Martins, all those areas. Campus, because Ologbo to campus just ping, they are there through Martins, past Balogun, leave Tinubu in this corner, Tinubu Square in this corner. You are in campus, and Bangboche, you are in Bocheri. So I grew up in Lagos. But most of my holidays in those days, were spent in this town. That's part of my cultural link with this town.
How did you learn to speak?
Since I spent some of my for coach come sanitary
And how did theater come in? Then, of course, combination of theater, music, and all the things you do. How did all of that?
At a point, I was in a battle.
Okay.
I was in a battle. So while I was in a battle, I was staying in the Agoku in my uncle's house in Agoku. And I was able to, they put me to be an apprentice engineer at the casting press. Because I had the advantage of being close to Okebola, to be going out to Independence every evening. And that was where my friend, late Orlando Julius, was playing. So we became friends. I started writing songs. I started singing for his band to a point that I couldn't even go to work. So the white men who brought Caxton Press decided not to have me in their office because I would come in the morning and would be sleepy and tired. So my uncle, MS Showale, that's his house, just across the street, right in front of his antenna. That upstairs, that's MS Showale's house. My uncle was the one who got that position for me, assistant engineer at the Caxton Press. Eventually, he sent me out of his house, and I ended up full-time musician in Ibadan. That's where I got my freedom. And once I got my freedom, I used it to the full. That's where I met the Mbari Ibadan, where Wole Soyinka, one of them, Chris Okibo, Ralph Opara, Yemili Jadu, they were doing their drama in Mbari, Ogunpa Oyo in Ibadan. That's where I joined drama. And very soon after I joined them, the opportunity to be in the School of Drama came up. I went for the test. We were all admitted. Atujo Yelano, Yomi Obuleye, Jimi Solanke, all of them were admitted for the first study in drama in Africa at the Institute of African Studies, University of Ibadan. We are all admitted into the School of Drama in 1963. And I fell in love with drama, especially performing, acting. And I'm still enjoying the fact that I was exposed to it. Became a different thing in my life, became a new aspect of me. And I fell for it fully. That Professor Soyinka, all the playwrights, Wale Ogunyemi, all of them, Femi, Oshofison, any any playwright would like or would be thinking of Jimi playing that character. That's how I became. But when we finished, and then it became an academic situation. And I love performing. Rather than stay in the department, everybody who set up the School of Drama were moving from UI to Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Ife then. And Peggy Appa was there, the dance choreographer. Peggy Appa, Olarotimi was in Ife. Akiyuba was in Ife. And these were the people I've been. Peggy danced me, taught me dance. She danced me around at the School of Drama. So when she said, Jimmy, come and join us in Ife, I just took over. Do buru 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 buru. Olarotimi, Akiyuba, Peggy Appa, I moved over to Ife in 1969. And I'm still in Ife till date.
Sir, the voice.
The voice.
Is it inborn or you have to train your voice to be what it is today?
Let me say something. Even if you have any aspect of you that is a good talent or gift, If you do not use it and polish it, it will not be worth it. Because from the school of drama, we were taught how to elocution, elocution, and, and progression of the voices. You don't say it from your chest. You say it from your middle part of your body. That's where your voice should be coming from. You don't say it like this. You say it like this. You know, and once you're used to such exercises, and the body will take it, accept it, imbibe it, and make it part of its own operational. In speaking in all forms of ways. The body is a machine that could be trained, that could be worked upon, pushed, that could be pushed even to the hardest point to do something, you know, for you. Anything you wanted to do.
You've also noticed that at some point you had this set in doing with the kids, um, folk songs, all that. How did all of this come in?
Basically, I am a folk artist. I am a folk artist. That is why I like jazz, because jazz is a basic folk music of the black people that everybody has been part of now, has come to be part of. Folk singing, yes. And I studied a lot of folk songs when I was growing up to be a folk singer. I studied a lot of folk tales too. I was told a lot of stories while I come on holidays in the para as a child. And so between my friends and I love telling stories. I have all these stories in my mind and etc. 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 So when I got to America, I discovered that these people would love to listen to stories. Oh, they will never want you to stop. So I started the company, my my company, uh, the African Review, that we take storytelling and dramatization and folk singing into different schools in America. So when I came back, I discovered that we too here, we need this story thing. That's how I got into it. I requested for a program to be done for children of the members of the staff club, Unilag. So we did it. When we did it, LTV8, all of them were there. And they recorded enough that they edited into 2 episodes. So they called us and told BD Wright and myself, late BD Wright, that program in Idagon, what can we do about it? And they said they have 2 episodes already, and they will be ready to do more episodes with us if we agree. So we agreed to whatever was then. We gave it the name Family Scene, a scene with the family scenario scene. So we did that for a long time. And that's where I started knowing that Nigerians are we need to tell our stories ourselves to ourselves and listen to our stories by ourselves and enjoy it. That is where I started telling stories. After then, after LTV8, because I think a fire gutted their studio at a time, and all our programs were burnt. Very painful. So we disagreed somehow. I think Galaxy came to me and said, my friend came to me and said, let's do the program on myself. I started doing it for Galaxy. Um, from Galaxy, NTA came and invited me to a children's program workshop in Jos. And then we created Storyland. And Storyland went on for a long time on NTA. At the end of the day, because I was living in Ife, at times I would go to Lagos, there will not be camera, there will not be any slot for us to record. So we had a disagreement. Eventually, when I went sitting in Ife, AIT came and started doing African stories for AIT. I love telling stories, number one. And I love children enjoying storytelling. Because when you want to deal with children, especially the children, you must be you must be confident of what you want to give them. Or else the minute you get there, hey, my day, children, are you listening to me? Are you hearing me? That's the minute you begin to lose them. But when you get there and say, yes, this, that, you have taken them. And they will follow you until the last minute of the hour, which is what I use in dealing with. Some people are even talking about doing it again. I can do it until I am 100. There's no, I mean, it's even going to be more relaxed and more educative and more, you know, comparable to anything now that I am aged. In some of those programs, I wish I would have makeups and all that, but now I don't need makeups for an old man to tell stories. So I love telling stories, and I love the reaction of children when I tell stories to them. That's why I love that aspect of it.
What sort of a person is Uncle Solanke?
Ordinary person, ordinary person, and not asking too much from life, even from the point of eating. Eat small, and I'm contented. I'm very, very contented. That's number one secret about me. I'm contented. Ask my wife. If she does not come in to talk about food, until 4 p.m., I won't even look at her side, bothering her. Ẹ oúnjẹ ńkọ́? Ẹ jẹ́ bá a jẹun lánàá. Aṣá jẹun lánàá, aṣá jẹun lọ́sàn-án, a jẹun lálẹ́ àná. So, why should I bother you for today again? It won't die. We won't die. From there, even what I wear, thank God my children are bringing some things for me. Okilabia. We were called Awomori Olokun because that was when we were in Ori Olokun Center. We were wearing handmade adire. Adire then was for ordinary people like us. That's why I said I'm an ordinary person. Adire in those days was for ordinary people like us who were trained to make it, and we were wearing it ourselves. Not now that a piece of adire 5 years is 25,000, 30,000. So in that ordinariness, everything about me, I don't like a big car. I don't like any gargantuan house. And because this house, we did this medial so that if we are doing anything and there is weather disturbing, clear this one and put a stage there, and we do everything we want to do in here. We go back home. At least we would have been fulfilled for having done what we wanted to do. We've done things like that here. The band will set there. The high table will be here. We do anything. Band will play. We all dance and did everything inside this MIDI. I call it MIDI hall. So it is when you begin to look for what you don't have in a manner that you don't have to. That's when you have problems. When I close my eyes, I sleep peacefully. When I wake up to a new life of hope, full of aspirations. And at the end of the day, you say, have to say, thank God, it's been a nice day. Because you are not overplaying yourself. You are not overrating yourself. Who am I? Who am I? So, I'm actually thank you very much. The glory goes to God, not to me. Because we all don't realize the fact that the majority of the things we do, and we are given that talent in addition and minus and plus talent in it. A lot of people will do that and begin to claim superiority, claim, no, 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 I am ordinary. And I thank God.
Any regrets?
None.
What?
None. Because everything that ever happened in my life was meant to happen. You cannot live a life that everything will just go smooth. Some of us going to Babalawo looking for ogun, nothing pegging here now. Àwúre ogun kí gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣá máa túbà kó máa túṣẹ́. Majority of people don't even know that the repercussions from such thoughts and actions are more than what they are asking for. No, no regrets. If anything that was that happened was negative, I don't even blame anybody, surrounding it. Just try and make sure that you tie the 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 knots at each end and continue to be in the good books of each other. And my wife knows I don't have any regrets for anything. Because if you do not have to do it, then you wouldn't have done it. And it is not everything you do that will come out positive. At least you will be confronted by everything in this life is test and trial. Test and trials. Dangote was talking that even was reading something about him in recent days because he has money. He tried all these this new money, Ethereum or something. He put money into it. His money turned big, and I'm sure he has kept his money. He's not going to try it again. Ethereum are big. You can crypto bank. Who had already phoned me? I just read it on my phone. Money trading that is making money now. He said it himself. So, but I don't take risks because life itself is risky. So add risk to it. Just try, win or lose. Thank you, God.
And how have you been able to sustain your marriage? Looking at the kind of creative
You see,
commitment you
God
have.
is very good. God is very, very good. That's the reason why people like me, I have no other Orisha. All the Orishas, all the things here, people and Wara Church, what they are thinking, he has all this jangan in his house. That is the purest of heart. If you cannot be afraid of this, because it means nothing to you. They are just artistic presences. It means nothing. If you are looking at it as if you must have been going to where they worship it and you know that they mean something to you. That's why you are afraid of them. So she's she's number one, and 40 years that we've been, and she's not tired of me. I'm not tired of her, and we're getting more and more cohesive and understanding. Because you're an artist doesn't mean you cannot have a good. Yes, an artist. We are. Where is my Buddha? She knows. She knows I can wake up in the morning and request for Buddha, especially at my age. It's a beverage. It is. It is. It is advised. Bàbá yẹn ó lè má máa like omi o. Omi lè má lọ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ dáadáa. But let him tó bá rí beverage bíi beer, no, kó máa sip beer kó what is in beer is more of food than in water. So it does not mean that he's a drunkard and all that. Everybody in the house, they have known that they are A and B. Báwo ni ẹ ti ń aláwọ̀ bàbá ṣeun láti mu bí àláàrọ̀? Àwọn nutritionist wọ́n ti sọ pé ó dáa fún bàbá yẹn o. Wọ́n ní gbogbo one no problem. Kò sí wàhálà. We never had a fight in my life. We are going to 40 years close. That's Morawa.
What's the secret?
The secret is we respect each other. We respect each other. And that respect starts from me, the elder, or the eldest of the party. I will not look down upon her. Say that because you are a younger girl, Lord Magic. We are radiating. We are working from the same level, not from different. Okay, you see, the wrong girls and the marrying, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣọ́ọ̀dù màmá ṣe wọn lọ́ndẹ̀ ọlọ́run má fún mi nírú thoughts yẹn. Ìyẹn ló ń bá àwa ọkùnrin tá a wà nínú iṣẹ́ yìí jẹ́. Àwọn pàrékè kan máa wà jẹ́ àwọn náà. In such cases, women are the worst people to woo you. Once they need you, they need your presence, they need your personality, they need your name to be recorded in their list of having known. The next day they will just turn tail. That's the end. And wá wá máa fi alábàárò number one ìtọ́jú ẹ̀. That's why I'm looking very, she cares. So, wọn náà dẹ̀ care. Ẹ bá róun náà ẹ mọ̀. Ọwọ́ ìyàwó kan ò sí lára ẹ̀. Ẹni tí ó ń bá lò ó wà confident, ó wà contented. I'm contented with you. I'm contented with you, sir. That's the attitude. Tí ẹ fi ń bára yín lò. Ó tán, no more, no less.
So how do you see Nigeria? How does it make you feel when you look back at the life you've lived? How Nigeria has progressed since your childhood years to now?
We are building up more and more greedy, jobless human beings. And once you are greedy and you are jobless, definitely you will steal. How can greed and joblessness work without not uh, going on the onto the position you are given and not forging signatures and not that's all this is happening. All this is happening because people are too greedy. They are so much looking for themselves, myself, and my family, and just me and my family, and just me and my people. I don't need all the monies in this world to share love, life, realities. In my working towards sharing love, life, realities, there'll be a lot of funding. There'll be a lot of that we will still have money to go. Where we are, where we are just starting now, we've registered. That's the first thing I'm registering in my life, and we call it Storyland Retreat. Storyland Noah Retreat is Korobi. That's what we have named all this conglomeration. Theater, art, unique content. Storyland Retreat. Once we are ready, we will encase students, children in a place where they will be over the weekend. We'll take care of them. In my bigger land, we will build it to taste, to suit our mind purposes. We will keep families here for theatrical adventures. Wọ́n á wo Kurumi, wọ́n á wo Gripam, wọ́n á wo Obosi Odo, wọ́n á wo play oríṣiríṣi over the weekend. Wọ́n á dẹ̀ gbé báàgì wọn nírọ̀lẹ́ Sunday wọ́n máa lọlé fulfilled theatrically. That's our plan. That's what we want to do in Buduasha. That's what we want to do.
Let's also talk about the young, the youths when you meet them and when they come to you and you're part of where they're. What's always the message that you pass to them?
Our youths are they are you know left at a portion where they are in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Why? They don't know where next to go and they cannot go back to wherever it started. How can you struggle to put a child through school and now 6, 7 years, no job because the government have made sure that these people they're just reading don't create any job. That's what Nigerian government is. They're not creating any job for uh, anybody reading but BA, DSC, Masters, PhD. And I don't believe that all of us with such education can turn to Almajiris. If they think that is what they want to happen, they are failed already. Put yourself in the situation of these children. Uh, Now you want that kind of youth who is saying you, your family, your children will be spending money just like money is like Gary given to you that you can wàá mú wàá bù fẹ́ yẹ wàá bù fún inú ọgbà ẹ nìkan lẹ́dẹ̀ tí ń bu gàrí lẹ́kan fi tẹ̀bà lẹ́kẹ́ mú lẹ́dẹ̀. That's the problem. I mean, these young men, they are saying it. Àwọn ọmọ náà ti dàgbà yìí. They know what's going on. They are on the internet. They know wọ́n mọ irú nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn. They are ill in other places of this world. They know how progressive they are. And they know that the money we are making in this country is enough to keep everybody progressive. See how good money are being wasted. Some people just having that much money, building estates, building malls, building, building malls in areas where there are no people to. Well, how can we all be this stupid? And then leaving the youth on their own. They'll create jobs. Devil will always find job for the idle hands, for God's sake. And then you are saying they are doing Yahoo, they are doing this, they are ritual. Let us look at the knock-legged woman carrying a bent calabash. The woman will tell you, look, 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 don't look that my calabash is bent. Look at my knees. Nigeria's knees is already bent from the attitude of our leaders and all this nonsense we are doing. Nigeria's knees are the two knees are bent, so everything on top of that bent head will be bent as well. Let us straighten up and take care of this. I'm tired. Thank you, sir.